Alright, so coming out today, and I guess I could grab them. Still need to open them up and open up the mounting holes on them, but the seat belts. So these are just JEGS universal seat belts. It's part number. If you ask about it in the comments, I'm gonna just ask you, did you watch the video? Because it's in there. But I was thinking the mounting locations were similar or the same as on the Monty, and they're not. So the Elcos are a little bit lower, or a lot bit lower. So on the Monty, they're up on the A pillar or B pillar. Yeah, B pillar. These ones are down low. So I'll get these off, get that lower one off, and then I might keep the seatbelt retractors on just to fill that gap, and then later on probably cut out a plate or something and put it in there. I know I did not paint the jams. Don't get me on it. It's gonna get a repaint eventually. But yeah, then to finish the carpet, I took this plastic piece off and all these screws in here. Well, I got one of them out. All the other ones were just stripped. So I might have to find another plastic piece that goes here because that one is broke. But I think there's an 84 in the junkyard right now that I've been wanting to check out, but in the pictures there's nothing there. So this piece might still be there. I know it's pretty common to still see it, so might get lucky on that. But I'm gonna come out and vacuum all this up, get the smuggler's box all cleaned up. But I did notice something. So yesterday you got a pretty steady rain all day, and I know I've been needing to replace the seals here because this one's probably the worst one. It's pretty bad, but I did notice it leaking a little bit, so I'm gonna let this dry out, peel the carpet back a little bit, so I'm gonna let it dry out and hopefully we're good there. But yeah, this will be a near future thing. Get those replaced and just get all this gunk out of here. So that's what I'll do. I believe it's a T50. Yeah, T50 to get these out. So I'll get these out, get it all vacuumed out, and get the carpet back into place. So put all this back, and then I'll still have to find the holes for the lower seat belt mounts, which I think it's just 1, 2. I think there's one up here also. So yeah, see, now I'm second guessing on how these are going to work. Well, no, I got it. So yeah, you'll have one bolt down here, one up here, and one down here. See, it's 3-point seat belt, and then you have the inner latch there. So yeah, I have to punch a hole through there, burn a hole through there, burn a hole through here on both sides, and we should be good to go. But yeah, let me start cleaning all this up, let it air out, and I'll probably order these real soon because these aren't the best either. So yeah, it's one of those things. Usually it's in the garage, but that's the spot for a PT right now. So need to get it weatherproofed. But yeah, so that's pretty much how it's mounted, or it'll pretty much be the same as it's mounted in the Monty. Just instead of this being up on the B pillar, they're gonna be a lot lower. So yeah, I'm gonna get the shop vac, I'm gonna get that cleaned out, and the seat belts installed. So I'll go over real quick. I already have a video of installing them in the Monty. So these bolt holes, well, they're almost there. almost there, but just open them up a little bit to get the bolts through. These ones are fine, but these ones where they pivot on, not so much. So I'll open up those just slightly. I found it easier to do it in the vise, so clamp this in the vise and drill through it rather than trying to hold on to it, because it will try to rip out of your hands. So yeah, let's throw all that on the time lapse and cut it back on once everything's installed. Alright, so got the seatbelt started, at least on this side. So that one swivels a little bit. The bottom one is a little different because the stock ones, they have, let's see, a little notch right there that goes into the frame, but the replacements don't have it. So once you get them nice and snug, they'll be in place. If you want to, you can use some Loctite so it doesn't back out or loosen out, but it should be good. Also have all the holes marked. I just have some some picks and a flathead. Just ran it through the carpet where the holes are, and we're good there. This one, like I said, once it's covered up and everything, be bunched up in the corner a little bit, which I'm okay with because the speaker will be there. But once the plate's on here and everything, it should flatten down a little bit more. But yeah, next step will be to burn the holes in here. So I went ahead and got the same socket I was using last time. I don't know why I used my 13. Could have probably went a little bit smaller, but use that one, which I have plenty of room for. I know these are ugly, so I'll clean them up. But I have plenty of room for the bolt to go through, but then not wide enough that the head will go through. And even if it did, once it's bolted down, that's gonna be pushed up against the carpet anyway, so it'll be good. But those got a little hot when I was drilling those out. But yeah, that's about it. Just got the torch out. Just gonna burn the holes in here and get these mounted, and get the inner latch part mounted also, wherever that went. So I'll probably, yeah, this will be turned around, but I'll just go right up in there. Of course, it'll be facing that way, but you guys get the point. So that all done, it's somewhat nice. So after I get these in, I'll probably finish up the headliner and get this stuff out, get the new headliner in, and might be warm enough to avoid the rain to get some of the trim pieces dyed. So yeah, that's good. I'll use a fresh coat, take those down, take these down, and then that'll pretty much be the interior. Order some new sills and we should be good. But yeah, let me get these burned in. I'll cut you guys back on here in a little bit. All right, usually 3 out of 4 is pretty good, but not when you miss the entire hole for the seatbelt mount. So it's off by not much, but instead of having a larger opening in the carpet, we'll have to move it up just a little bit, so it'll look a little off, but we should be good. But yeah, just had it marked and it was just off just a little bit, so I'll probably have like one of these in there. So it was in the hole, but it should have been there to be straight. So yeah, both these, I said, they look like they're supposed to be mounted like that, and that's how they come. But then I put the button on the inside. So what I do is usually just flip it around. It might look a little off, but have it mounted like that and That way it kind of stays up so you're not having to fish for it every time you get in the car. But it is what it is. But yeah, just completely missed that. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work. So I know I mentioned the headliner. Also still need to get the shifter boot installed. So yeah, I need to get the carpet cut open around there, and then pretty much, I wouldn't say, well, yeah, I'll burn the holes. So probably do like a small screwdriver and burn the holes in there so the carpet melts around or inside the holes, instead of trying to use self tappers and have runs in the carpet. So I'll knock that out while I'm out here too. So the headliner might get pushed back. I don't want to be out here all day. Just put in an hour or two and make it happen. So let me figure out mounting this one, if I am going to have to open it up some more, or if that's going to be fine, and then we'll get to it. Alright, so I got it figured out. Instead of having to move it up a bunch, just cut a slit in the carpet with my box cutter, and that was enough to relieve some tension and line everything up. So those are in. Yeah. Get a little bit more organized, but seatbelts are in. So it should be good to go. It's going to be a little awkward with it being ran over, but I know that with the bench in there, had a little holder for it there. I'm not going to run them through here. It wouldn't make any sense, so that's what we're going to rock with for now. Yeah, so yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a problem in its own, so I'm going to have to take it out of gear and then see how much of the carpet I really need to open up so it has room to move around, and then I'll have to line this up with this, and then I think it came with self tappers, and get that screwed down. So that should be fun, but we're definitely getting there. We're definitely getting there. I think when I close it up today, might knock that out today. Told you guys how I was going to do it. Probably I'll stop recording for a while, get that knocked out, and then save the headliner for its own video along with the trim pieces. So as I said, it's nice now, but who knows? It's Colorado, weather could change anytime. But yeah, the interior is getting there. It's getting real close. Still waiting on the new headlights, and I'm gonna have to order some weather seal, or some window seal. So I think tonight when I finish up today, I'm just gonna tape all this up, so if it does rain, it's not gonna get inside and mess up the carpet. But yeah, let me stop talking. And one more thing. So a couple months ago, I did the hot wire kit for the fuel pump, and so messing around in here today, ended up separating them. So I don't know why it's not a single wire. Well, I do know why. I didn't have enough, so we'll have to solder that back together. So I'll do that today before I forget. Come out here, try to start it up, and not get any fuel pump. So yeah, we're slowly getting there. We're getting it right, slowly but surely. But yeah, let me knock all this stuff out. Can't wait to get the new headlights in. I think it's gonna set it off. I know I mentioned I want to tuck the bumper in a little bit, but all that stuff's going to come down the line. Like I said, just too many projects going on, and have to do a little bit by little bit. But yeah, let me put the camera down and get back to work. Alright, so I was out here a little bit earlier today, somewhat organizing. And I was supposed to get the Harley out. I was like, nah, I'll mess around with the PT. So started thinking, I was like, man, you know what? It's a nice day, and come out and actually start dyeing some of these interior parts. So I think these panels are, well, touch up some of these spots. I'll dye these black. And then some of the trim pieces, I'll look at them, scuff them up, and dye those black also. So still gotta get stuff to mount all this, but a plastic adhesion promoter, and some vinyl and fabric dye. So I'll do those. I'll get some more of this. Well, no, I have enough of that. Shake that up and start trimming the headliner. So I'll just get the interior of the Elko all buttoned up. So start trimming this up, wrap it around, glue the backside, and we should be good there. So interior parts. So yeah, let's hit all those with a fresh coat. These pieces here, might touch them up with some spray paint, but yeah, so that's the plan. I think I have a big cardboard box in the back I need to throw out, so I might use that to lay it down and go from there. But yeah, got a bunch going on with the Elko. Last one with the headlights, I mentioned I was going to be installing these soon, so look out for that. Still need to fix this door, so yeah. But I think all blacked out. Give me an excuse to have that little bit of wood grain there. And then obviously the chrome here. Might change out this wheel, but won't be anytime soon. It's not a big deal. But yeah, so let's get to it. Alright, so a lot of these pieces were pretty rough, so I didn't do too much. Just scuffed them up and coated them, so it should be good. I didn't do those yet. I think I'm going to hit them with bed liner or undercoat, so it's a little more durable. But yeah, all those are coated. I think I did 3 coats on the red just to hide everything. So like I said, it's not show car sponge at all. Blacked out. Even hit these trim pieces in the car. So like I said, they've seen better days. And then just hit the door panels in the car. I know the jams need to be painted anyway, and you get the weather stripping, so that's coming. The weather stripping is coming, along with this also. So I did the full kit, and so that's pretty much all I did. Same thing on this side, just hit it with a rough coat. Like I said, it's chipped right here, so might need to be on the lookout for some more. I know Ravi has some, but yeah, like I said, just pretty much wanted it blacked out, hit it with a fresh coat, and call it good. So only thing we're waiting for now are the connectors for these, and we'll get those wired up and hide all that stuff. Get this installed permanently, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, she's getting there. Should be ready for the summer or spring, really. So especially with this weather we're having. So I'll let this dry for a little bit, let the car air out. Supposed to get the bike out. I was like, I'll wait till tomorrow. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Said pretty chill day. Did some stuff with the PT, cleaned out the garage, did some stuff with the Elko, the Monty. I think I'm gonna need a new fuel pump or drop the tank and see if the fuel pump's still attached to the sending unit, because it's not looking good. If I start it up and it'll idle, the fuel pressure just drops, so something's not right there. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of this heat and call it a day. And I'll get to the headliner. I'll get that finished up too. So Yeah, I just completely forgot about it. So I'll wait till those parts dry, free up the cardboard, flip it around, and make a mess.